Morning! How are we doing today? Good? That's great. I don't know why I have this camera so low. So, I've been working on this project for the last few months. And you guys want to know what the secret project is? Shoes. I made shoes. And not just any shoes, these shoes. Shoes you can make at home in your underwear because I designed a DIY kit so you guys can make your own pair of sandals. Anyways, there's two different styles. So this one is called the Benson Slide. Magnificent, a classic. And then the other one, can you guys guess what I named the other shoe? The other one's named Benson. This one has to be named the Jackstrap. You know why I called it the Jackstrap? Because there's a strap. But anyways, I designed these shoes back in April and I wanted just to create a pair of sandals on my YouTube channel to do a little craft time with Jenna. You know that series I do? But instead, I started working with Lonsdale to create a sandal pack so you guys can purchase the DIY kit, which I'll have linked down below, and we can be matching. We can have the same shoes. We can have the same shoes. So in the kit, you will get the soles and the footbed. You also get the leather. So I have the blue one and it comes with a pink lining. You'll also get thread. And then you'll also get the pattern for the sandals. So those are all the supplies that come in the kit. Did I tell you it comes with Velcro too? Other supplies you're gonna need is contact cement, 2 needles, an X-Acto blade, and some type of hole puncher. And then lastly, this is an optional one, the skive tool, which I'm gonna be using in order to make these shoes absolutely perfect, but it is not mandatory. So step 1 on this journey is cutting out the pattern, which I just cut out here. So these are my 3 pieces for the shoes. We only need these 3 pattern pieces. Bam, 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 turkey chicken, got them cut out. I have both my leathers unraveled to the very soft, smooth side open. You can see the other side there, like the good sides facing down the table. And I'm just gonna take my leather cement and I'm gonna glue these bad boys together. So now that I got both of these painted, I'm just gonna wait about 3 minutes-ish until they're nice and sticky. Or I mean dry, I like dry sticky. Nectarine's done, so it should be sticky. Next, I'm gonna trace these 2 pattern pieces. Also, when you're tracing out your pattern pieces, you're gonna do 2 of each one. 1 this side facing up and 1 this side facing up. The next step is cutting it out. And you can use scissors. You can use these bad boys right here. Nice sharp shears. Or how I'm gonna do it is I'm using a hefty duty X-Acto blade that I bought from Home Depot. You just want a nice sharp boy. I do not want to hear any stories of people buying my kit and then cutting their finger off with an X-Acto blade when you're cutting out your pieces. I'm warning you, be careful. No fingers should be lost. Go and just keep swimming. Dang, that's a sharp boy. I'm able to cut this just with 1 stroke. That's incredible. Before I was using my little dinky X-Acto blade that I use for paper. Not the same, fellas. This is mind-blowing. This is the front, this is the back. Done. So next step, we need our Velcro. So for the Velcro, there's no magic formula. Like on the pattern, it does show you approximately how much Velcro you want to put on there. But if you have a more thinner foot, I recommend putting more because you can always take away at the end, but you can't add on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this Velcro, put it on the side here, line it up, and then cut like that. And I need 4 of these. So I'm gonna take my biggest piece here, which is the top piece of the sandal, and we're going to take the soft side. Ooh, so soft, ooh. And we're gonna stick it to the pink. So it looks great from the inside, but not good from the outside. So what I'm gonna do, take your razor blade again and trim the ugly stuff off. Get rid of it. Now for the rough side. There she blows. So the straps are all prepared now. So now I'm gonna grab my pattern here, and there's gonna be these red dots all along the pattern pieces here. This is where we're gonna punch our holes. The punching of the holes is the workout of the video. So in case you were planning to do a workout after making these shoes, don't. But first, let's do the baby punches. Punch. Also, be very strategic when you're punching this because this is leather. Once you punch a hole in it, there's no turning back. Voila. So the hole puncher I'm gonna be using is this one, where you pretty much just go. But there are other tools that are cheaper where you can get the one where you hammer. You guys have seen me done that before. Strong, Jenna. If you just think strong thoughts, you become strong. Also, if your hand's getting tired, take a rest. Go take a seat at your couch, put your feet up, and stare at the wall for like 15 minutes. Or if taking a nap or staring at the wall is not that exciting for you, eat some popcorn. After eating half a bag of popcorn, I'm ready to finish the last one. Done. Now for my favorite part of the shoemaking process, the blanket stitch. So the reason why we cut all those dang holes and destroyed our hand was to create this blanket stitch on the edge. And to do that, you're gonna need some thread, which came in your kit, and you're gonna measure it by doing this, where you just put it on top, go all the way around the thread, measure the length, and then get that length, which is this long for me, and then you just wanna times it by 4. So for this, you're gonna need a needle. And there's a little tiny, simple trick that you do in order to get this attached to this, and you don't just put it on and tie a knot. No siree. What we're gonna do, thread it through. And then you're gonna take the needle part and you are gonna put it through the thread like this. You see that? It's going through it. The end, and then you just pull it tight and it's attached. You only need one needle and to attach it to one end. If you guys have never done a blanket stitch before, this is gonna blow your socks off. Put it through the front. Pull it all the way through. I know there's a lot of thread. Oh gosh. Take 2. Pull it so there's like 2 inches there. Then you're gonna go through the next one, and then before you fully tighten it, you go from the back to the front, pull the thread through, and then tighten. It doesn't look good for the first one, but if we keep going, see? Look at her. And because this is kind of like crocheting and knitting, you don't have to do it at your table. You can go do it on your couch if you want to. Sit with your rabbits, whatever you got. Put on a TV show, because this is gonna take a minute to do all 4 of them, because this is the time-consuming part. Oh, this looks good.
It's going to communicate. And the honeycomb filters out the...
You have anything last words to say to us before we leave? Ryan won't be here alone.
So I finished these 2. Just one shoe so far. But before I finish the other ones, I just wanted to show you, I guess, trimming it. Ta-da. This jam is not it. I'm almost done. I need like a pump up to finish this. I keep my side of the street clean. purring in my lap because he loves me. Come as a god. Mic drop. Alright, done. All the blanket stitches. All these bad boys. So now, next step, we gotta prepare them for the sole. And this part's optional. You can buy this, which I definitely 100% recommend getting. Well, it's this bad boy. I'm gonna show you how I use it and how I make these sandals perfect with it. I need to know how much I'm going to cut off the bottom here because we need to put this bottom part of the shoe in between the sole and the foot thing. Footbed, sole, footbed. And we want it as thin as possible so it goes nice and flat, very flat. We see this line here? This is how much we're gonna cut off of the liner here. Not the whole thing, do not cut through the whole thing. I've done that, it's upsetting. But just the liner, let me show you. Make your markings, like that. Actually, before you cut, just loosen the string up, like that. Now, take your blade and cut the first layer. It's better to do a few light cuts than anything deep and cut through the whole thing. And then you want to peel off the corner and rip her off like that. So the bottom should look like this. Let me do it to all of them now. So if you don't have the skive tool, that is okay. You can simply put this underneath the shoe and it's a little bit thinner. But if you're a perfectionist like me and you want it even thinner so it's like crisp, beautiful, beautiful underneath the shoe, then you're gonna want this tool. This is gonna get messy, folks. We are now gonna glue them, which we're almost done. This is how easy it is. We're almost done. This is the part where you get your little feeties out because it's their time to shine. So now we're gonna take the soles here and we're gonna take this pattern piece we cut out but we haven't used yet, and we're gonna line up the front here, not the back, the front. Take a marker or something and then trace the lines on the side there. So it looks like that. Contact cement again, leather cement, whatever we want to call it. And we're starting to glue the shoes together. This is not good. So that's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes to dry, so you should just put on one song, and then once the song's over, we can stick them together. Okay, song's over. So you guys remember how we drew these lines? Well, those were important because that's how we're gonna line up the bottom piece here where we have the glue. So I'm gonna start with the big boy here. The big boy, this one, goes on the inside of the sole. Meanwhile, the little boy, this guy, goes on the outside. And you wanna make sure this curved portion is facing the back of the shoe. So that's how you'll figure out which ones are left and right. Well, once you have them figured out, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this piece, you're gonna line it up to the front here, and you wanna be careful because once it sticks, it sticks. It's very sticky. And you're just gonna slowly curve it on the line to the end like that. And then give it a good press. And once you're satisfied, you do the other side. What looks like an airplane. This is my next step. Take my rubber cement, contact cement, and I'm gonna glue the side here where it lines up with the leather. This is my cheat way, so I don't have to measure anything because we want to glue it to the side. And then you also want to put it on the leather too. There. Do it to both sides and the leather. Now put another song on and wait 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes, so now it's time to turn this airplane into a sandal. For this part, I am just gonna press at the very bottom and then press my way up to the top just to get these nice and snug into place. Really press on it. Like, get your ends in there. Make sure it's like a nice 90-degree angle like that. Like, look at that. Beautiful. There we go. Velcro. Velcro. Look at that! For the grand finale, we got these bad boys, and all we have to do is stick it to this bad boy. Load this brush up. Also, a little pro tip when you're gluing this, make sure it's not too clumpy. You want like a nice thin layer, otherwise it's not gonna work. So this part is a little tricky, but you can always redo it. It's just, try not to. So I'm gonna start from the top to the bottom, or front to back. Dang it! Ooh, it's lining up perfectly. Where go then? Heck yeah! Okay, in this part, you just gotta really press it tight, especially at these corners here. Like, really press, make sure the glue really sticks together, and just like hold it there and just go back and forth. Make sure it's sticky. Next, you're gonna wanna unvelcro your shoes and slide them on your feet like this. And then ignore all this. I got bug bites. Yeah, kind of nasty. Then you're gonna wanna tighten it on your foot, how you'd wear it. Get a good comfortable fit on there, not too tight, not too loose, and then slide them off. So this last step is for people who have too much Velcro on their shoe like I do. So right here you can see the Velcro. I don't really like that, so I am going to mark it. I want to get rid of some Velcro. And this is the tricky part, because now you're going to want to cut it off without ruining the leather. So now it's a bit shorter, and now we don't see it. Well, that's it for the Benson slide. If you guys are going to be making the jack strap, which is this one right here, pretty much the exact same instructions, except you're adding a little Velcro on this side and doing a little bit of extra blanket stitch. So let us know down below in the comments if you're a jack strap team or a Benson slide team, which one you're getting. Everything's in the description if you guys want to go purchase one of the DIY kits. And if you guys do make it, tag me on Instagram. Also tag them, Benson Jackie and Lonsdale Leather. But that's it. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in another video. Say bye. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. Can you not, Nick, please?